Hello everyone, my name is Mo. In this video, I'd like to show you a brief tutorial on adding layers in iMapBC. So when you search iMapBC and you click on the first link, it takes you to this website. And if you click on Launch iMapBC, it's going to take you to a new tab and show you British Columbia's map. So iMapBC works for British Columbia only. You won't get the information you're looking for in other provinces or countries. So I can zoom in to wherever I want, and I can change the way the map looks like to satellite imagery or streets, topography, and I can find out my latitude and longitude wherever I point my cursor at. It just shows it on the bottom here. And you can, of course, change the units, and you can see the UTM zone for areas. If I scroll here, the UTM zone changed, UTM zone 11. If I go back, UTM zone 10. If I go to the left, it becomes UTM zone 9. So it's fairly simple to use. Also, it shows you the scale you're looking at your map. So if I want to zoom in closer to Hope Slide, so there is Sunshine Valley, and Hope Slide should be in this area. So the scale is 1 to 72,000. If I want, I can either zoom in further or I can zoom out. So what I like to do is, first of all, I'm going to find Hope Slide as my location. So locations by place name search. And okay, so this is where Hope Slide is located. And if you change the way the image looks, you can see it there it is, there's a slide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point a marker here. I'm going to go to sketch and click on point, and I'm going to, this is the parking lot area, so I'm going to just click here. So it put a point here. Now if I click on the point again, I don't get to mistakenly input more points. So now what I can do is to, first of all, remove that marker because I have my own now. And now I'm going to see which map indexing areas this points at Hope Slide is located at. So the interesting thing about iMapBC is that you can go to data sources and add provincial layers. So this is the most fun part of iMapBC, although sometimes you may face difficulties getting them to appear. But for this video, I'd like to show you base maps and map sheet grids. So if you look at map sheet grids, 250K and 50K, those are the NTS systems. And these 20K, 10K, and 5K, those are BCGS systems. I want all of them. So the 10K, 20K, 250K, and 50K. Maybe I'm gonna need 5K as well. I'm also gonna add the universal traverse UTM zone of BC. I'm gonna click OK. Now I'm gonna wait, and there we go. So they appear here, and these are my layers. Now if I zoom out, So if I zoom out, I'm going to notice this huge areas that are divided by these huge rectangles. These are the UTM zones. So that's UTM zone 8 up here. This is UTM zone 9. This is, oh, sorry, that was 7 here. This is UTM zone 8. This is 9. And this is UTM zone 10. And this one's 11. And that's 12. So if I zoom back, and I'm going to make it easier to see. So I'm going to see these numbers and these squares. So these are the NTS systems because we're looking at the map from a larger scale. So if I restrict it to 250 only, I can only see the NTS 250K, and that shows me these large maps. So each one of these large maps are indexes for the national topographical system in Canada. So if I zoom in further, so first of all, by just looking at the 250K squares, I know that the map I have to use at this scale for Hope Slide is going to be 092H. So if I turn on 50K, I can get more specific. So if I zoom in further, there you go. So 92H-06. Now that is another map. That's a smaller map which is more specific to this region. Now if I zoom in further and turn on the 20K, I'm going to turn off the 50K for now so it's easier to see. So if you look at the 20K maps, they have a name like this. So 92H034. And Hope Slide is basically in between H304 and 24. So these two maps can be used for the Hope Slide area. Now, if I want to get a more detailed map of the area, I can choose the 10K map. And as you can see, it doesn't look very nice. So I'm gonna customize the layer style. I'm gonna make it more transparent so we can see it better. I'm gonna say it should be red. Okay, let's see. There you go. That's better. So if you look at the 1 to 10K BCGS system, you realize that Hope Slide is in between these two maps. So we can use either 92H 34.2 and the 92H 24.4. So we need to use both of them for this area because, yeah, it's right at the edge. So if we go back to our layers, I'm going to turn on the 5K. Now 5K is going to be even more detailed. It's going to give us a more specific area of this location. Now Hope Slide, as much as I remember, this was a mountain that the landslide happened. So according to the 1 to 5K, we need to use all these 4 maps for this area to technically get details from. So The way this is written is 92H.034.2.1, and it goes for the rest of them. So if we select all of them, you see that the numbers appear right on the left side. So the 92H-06 was the 1 to 250K, and you see the rest of them appear as well, as this one was 1 to 50K, this one was 1 to 20K, and no, sorry, this one was 1 to 50K. The 092H was 1 to 250K, and this should be the 1 to 20K, and this should be 1 to 5K. So anyways, you have an understanding of how the map indexing system works here. It's a very interesting tool to use iMapBC to find the different indexing systems. You can also use other platforms. For example, you can use Google Earth for the same purpose, but I found it easier to use the iMapBC for this purpose, just because the layers are here. You can just add them, and you can change the colors quickly, and it doesn't have too many steps. And if you try to use Google Earth with such a grid system, it may not work as well. It may crash because sometimes Google Earth can't handle. So I hope you guys learned something from my video, and probably I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.